The United Arab Emirates remains one of the fastest developing nations in the world, and one leading reason is its bustling and thriving oil and gas industry. While employees from all across the world bring different skills and experiences to the table, there is one thing that everyone from interns to the very CEOs of the companies share, and that is the ability to use mathematics in their everyday tasks.
We interviewed people who have experience in the oil and gas industry about their jobs and how they need maths on a daily basis.
My name is Issa Abu Qaqish and I work in ADNOC. I work in the exploration department in ADNOC and our job is to find hydrocarbons from the subsurface.
I'm Paul Giancarlo. I'm working currently in Transport Group under infrastructure team.
So my name is Khaldoun Shawala. I'm a marine captain. I was harbor master in ADNOC, in the petroleum port, for 13 years. I've been harbor master for Ruwais Port, Das Island Port, and Zirko Island Port.
It is important to understand the concepts and the application of the calculus in different branches of the exploration and production business. Indeed, it is very important. These days, the softwares are taken care of, and a lot of concepts from the calculus and pure mathematics are being taken care of by the softwares itself. But in order to understand the full grasp and have a full grasp on the applications, one needs to understand the mathematics behind the softwares.
Since we are doing detailed design, most of our project require high level of mathematics, such as and it's basically applied in road design, stormwater drainage design, water line designs, and all engineering designs. We apply high level mathematics.
The math in our career we are using for calculate the oil quantity loading to the ships in the tanker, in the oil tanker tanks. So we have to know exactly how much the oil quantity in each tank of the ship. Similar to the onshore tanks for the facility, to know exactly how much the oil quantity inside the tanks, either onshore or offshore on board the tankers. We use some formula to determine the interface between the oil and the water quantity inside the tanks.
There are softwares which are taking care of the calculus and other concepts in mathematics. Indeed, the softwares have been acquired by Schlumberger through different vendors, and now it is being looked after and marketed, and all the software issues are taken care by Schlumberger itself.
Practically, most of designs now are being aided by softwares. Nobody is doing manual calculation now. We only do manual calculation when we are going to spot check our project. But production-wise, we use softwares.
We use the math to calculate the high and the low tide. There's special formula and there's special tables. We call it tide tables. These are the main things for the maths when we calculate in our port. Another matter related to the maths to calculate our budget for the board, the operation cost and the expansion cost every year on a monthly basis to submit to the ADNOC. And on the manpower overtime, we have special formulas from ADNOC to calculate the overtime of the laborers in the port. And there is a lot of matters related to the math when we are working in the port. We study the maths in different way. The basic maths or the ad maths, it was in the first 2 years when I was studying the basic study of the marine. When we graduate from the college and we come back to the college for postgraduate to upgrade our certificate, we use the maths in astronomical and navigation. So we have two subjects in the marine study. They call it the astronomical subject and navigation subject. So the maths is integrated between the two subjects. Means the maths in the astronomical to calculate the ship position related to the planets and the stars, to determine the ship position while the ship is sailing in the ocean and there is no navigation satellite covering that area. I'm talking about 20 years ago, before the GPS coming to our business. So we use the maths in the astronomical just to determine the ship position, to make sure the ship is on course and she will be reached to the final destination port.
I believe in the foreseeable future, oil will continue to be a major revenue earner for the country. So I would suggest that the young generations take up the profession of oil and gas, which I think has a good progress, has a good scope in this country especially. But I mean, they have to accept that there will be highs and lows as in other branches of wherever we would like to work for.
Our career is very hardship because you have to spend 10 years to study and to gain experience from the sea surface. So the total of the study and the training or exercising to gain experience, to upgrade your certificate is 10 years. If you never stop or change your course of your career, to be a sailor on board the ship and sailing around the world, that is hardship. So you need to be a hard man. You have to understand the different languages, the different religions, different races, because you will work with different nationalities on board the ship as a family. You have to stay away from the shore months ago, maybe from your house months ago, before you go back to your home again. So this is the challenge for anyone who likes to be a sailor.
From what we've heard from workers in the oil industry, we could conclude that while new technology has decreased the requirement for mathematical skill, the oil and gas industry still calls for much in the way of concepts like algebra, geometry, and calculus. The future of UAE still relies on oil, and thus it will rely on mathematics and the coming generations that will master its concepts.